All right, so now that we have the trailer fully level, unhooked from the tow vehicle, we're level side to side and level front to back. On this RV, we have stabilizer jacks. These stabilizer jacks are not built to actually pick the RV up. What they're built for is to lower them down, and when you're walking around the RV, it's not going to moving around as much anymore. So if we look up here underneath the front, you can see that these yellow arms are attached to some little feet. I've also already set out some little rubber pads, and that's where those are going to land out at. If we come back here to the back, we can see that we have the same thing. We have some on the front and on the back. So in the back, I've already laid these pads out as well, and the yellow arms are also attached to these feet that are going to be coming down. In the front and in the back, you have this switch. This is your extend retract switch. So whenever you put extend, they're going to start lowering those arms down. Retract is going to go the opposite direction. So again, these are not built to actually hold the weight. These are built for about 1,500 to 1,700 pounds. And the way you lower these is once you've found where all of your little rubber pads need to be. This is fairly simple because we're on concrete, but if you're on gravel, it might need to sweep the gravel out, make it a little more level before you actually go into this process. But what we're gonna do now, if I can get the focus right, we are going to lower these arms down till we touch the ground. I'm gonna hit extend. We can see both of them are going to start coming down. Sometimes they come down one at a time. That doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just means one of them is easier to move than the other. So this one has now touched the ground. Now we're waiting for that one to touch the ground over there. Once these touch the ground, you don't just hold it down. Once they touch the ground, the best thing to do is count 1,000 to 1,000 when you hit it. If you do it too much, it has a little 6 amp little mini fuse in there. It can blow that fuse. It's not like you have to go change this fuse out, but you will have to wait a little bit for it to reset. That just means you put too much load on it. So once they touch the ground, 1,000 to 1,000, then let go, and now you're stabilized. So we always want to do the back first. Now we're going to go back up here to the front, and we're going to do the same thing. If for some reason you do go too far and they stop moving when you press the switch, just wait a few minutes for it to reset that breaker and then try it again. It can also do the same thing whenever you're lifting it up. If you lift it up too far and hold down on the retract, it's going to blow that little mini fuse as well. So here's our switch for the front. So we're gonna hit extend. You see down here that it's going to start lowering these down. We're gonna do the exact same thing. We're gonna come down till we tag the ground. This side's gonna come first, and then the other side's gonna keep coming down until it sees the ground. Once you touch, so we're gonna do the same thing. 1,000 to 1,000. After that, everything is stabilized. Now when you go inside and you start walking around, it's not going to be shaking the RV as you do this. It's gonna be much more secure. One last thing to always remember is once your stabilizer jacks are down in place, you cannot operate the tongue jack. If you were to lower down the tongue jack, all of that weight that's on the tongue jack is now going to be on these stabilizer jacks, and these stabilizer jacks are not built to be able to hold the weight of the actual trailer. So before you ever move a tongue jack, just always make sure that we have raised these stabilizer jacks all the way back up into position.